Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 1800. Now in the last episode, we had just built the stadium and run our first football championship, garnering about 90 influence, which has freed me up now to invest into more ships, trade unions, and town halls. So, today I'm going to be focusing on growing the population further and working on optimizing trade. There's a lot of population fluctuation that I really need to get on top of and start to stabilize before we can really kind of think about moving forward. So in order to do that, just straight off the bat, we're going to get more obreros. We have a bit of a shortfall for them. Oh, surprisingly, these haven't fully grown yet. They're almost there. Might just wait a minute, because they'll grow in a second. We're also about 6 minutes away from being able to run another championship. And one other thing I want to do is keep buying back my shares from Arthur. People are calling for Arthur's demise in the comments, and I am thinking about it, but I'm just not quite ready to do that just yet. That might be another series-type finale type thing, rather than something I do earlier on. But I don't know, haven't fully decided. Anyway, we've got our pirate ships out here. The pirate flags are still going, because we did just defend Benty's Island, and we've actually got ships coming right towards us. Maybe we'll just fire on them real quickly, while we have the shots to do so. These are going to be wearing off like any second, so that ship really didn't need to die.
Ship under attack.
Alright, I think that's going to be basically it. They can't hit me now. So, these two ships are damaged. Just going to send them over to get repaired. Okay. Alright, cool. Anyway, back to the main focus. So, like I said, 6 minutes to go for the next stadium event, and we should be able to do the upgrade for obreros now. Nice. So, I said I wanted to optimize in today's session, as it were. And one of the things I want to optimize is something that was mentioned in the comments, which was my oil routes. So if you remember, actually, I need to cancel them. Over on Lusk, where we build ships, I've got 2 tankers being built right now. Going to cancel both of them. We're going to get cargo ships instead. We're going to tell the cargo ships to go here. So effectively, the way my oil route, my oil distribution network, if you want to call it that, how that works is we have a multi-regional route. These are the routes that go to multiple regions, not just one to one other, you know? So all the other ones are like Embasa to Old World, Embasa to New World. This one is like, hey, you're hitting multiple places. And we've got an oil route here. 8 ships on it. And I was about to add 2 more because oil is kind of not getting delivered as quickly as I'd like it to. But it's terribly inefficient, as was mentioned in the comments. So I thought, yep, no need to just keep putting it off and keep piling on more ships. Let's actually remove all the ships and make this a bit better. I think I can do it in about 7 ships. So we'll save the need for 1, and also saving the 2 that I was going to just add to it anyway. So basically just get rid of the route completely, except I think that route just goes away now completely. Seems to be gone. I don't think you have to actually click to delete the route. That's the steam route. We'll get rid of that one. Okay, so let's begin. So I'm going to create a new route, oil. We're going to start in the New World, and I've had a look around the statistics screen, not to bore you, but most of our oil producers are here in Puerto Banús and Marbella. We've also got loads of oil fields on Manola and in other places as well, but we don't need it. We produce more oil than we need globally. So it's more just about getting it moved around correctly. So what I'm going to do is very much how I do a lot of my routes, which is have one sort of centralized island of production where everything gets distributed, and then a few ships that bring it between sessions. Don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's what I'm going to do. So we start here with Marbella. We're going to go up to Manola, curl down to this one, Alicante, and that's like 2 big islands that are kind of sucking up a little bit. Let's go to Estepona, and then we're going to pick up more oil here at Puerto Banús, and then hit these other 2 small ones before we wrap around. So that's how the route's going to go. So this is just a New World delivery / collection route. Only going to need 1 ship on it. I will tell it to pick up, drop off, pick up. You don't really need to do that, but I like doing that anyway. And then I set reserve limits, so that way you always kind of... It gets it kind of the ball rolling a bit faster than just trying to deliver to everything. Alrighty, so that should work out, and we'll just do it like that. So this will be a oil. I'll just actually all caps it, oil. And then it really is just staying, well, what we call it, delivery? Round trip.
Surely.
This is an oil round trip route in the New World. So it hits every island that needs it.
A competitor's island withstood an attack.
So Benty was under attack, obviously she's fine. We'll keep her alive for a while. Alright, we'll accept that. That's the first route. So that's the New World done. So we need to do that now in the Old World. Create a route, oil route, and we'll go with Lusk is where we're going to be picking up. Well, that actually consumes a lot of oil. We make some oil in swords, and we'll just bring this all the way around to where there's oil harbors, just like so. And again, the same thing. Not a big deal. Okay, and just assign one ship to it. Doesn't matter which one, whatever. And then this is going to be oil. And we'll call it round trip as well. And this will be assigned to just the old world. And accept. Alright, great. So that's 2 done. So this is this session done. The new world's done. And now we need to sort of connect them and also do the other sessions. So let's connect them first, just so we can get the ball rolling. Create a route, oil routes, new world. And we're going to go from Puerto Banús, which is an oil producer as well, as a pickup spot. And then just go to the old world and deliver here to Lusk. And that's all that route's going to do. And it doesn't need to load. Just do that. And in fact, it can wait to unload, because it needs to drop everything off. And we're going to put 2 ships on it. The Shell. Actually, let's do both BP ships. BP. BP is going to be the guys that deliver from the new world to the old world. Alright, so oil. And this will be just the, well, it's really just NW to OW. But that'll be kind of outlined by this anyway. So I don't really know what else we need to call it other than just oil route. So new world to old world. There it is. Boom. Okay, so that's 4 ships now dedicated. We're not fully done yet, though. We need to feed Mbesa. Mbesa consumes oil at Tabarim and at Birdseye for the tractors that need to improve the fields.
Tiny something to keep you going.
Now, instead of having a ship go just between 2 islands here, I'm just going to have the ship that does come in here hit those 2. So what we'll do is we'll go with creating a route to oil route from the new world again. Again, they're going to leave from Puerto Banús. Load up on all that oil. It has the biggest oil storage of any other place as well, so it makes some sense doing that. And then we're going to go to Mbesa and say hit Tabarim and then hit there afterwards. So unload and load, unload and load, whatever. Actually, when you're done, yeah, I suppose it's... I really don't want you picking up anything, actually. You can just unload here. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense, I think. Maybe take a little bit from there and wait to unload until you're done. Although Birdseye would be less. Maybe go to Birdseye first, then Tabarim. Waiting to unload's a dangerous game to play, but I think it'll be okay. I think so. Yeah, actually, I'll just leave it like that. Don't wait to unload there. Okay, so let's go with the Shell. So that's yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, and this is then oil. NW to ENB. New world to Mbesa. Oops. New world to Mbesa. There we go. Alrighty. Hopefully that's okay. So picking up at Puerto Banús, delivering to Birdseye, and then again to Tabarim. Birdseye should be quite full a lot of the time, so you should have a lot left over to go to Tabarim. Okay, and then it's the last one. The next one is to Cape Trelawney. Cape Trelawney makes some of its own oil as well, but it's, again, similar sort of thing. So we're going to go with an oil route, again, from Puerto Banús. So Puerto Banús is going to have a lot of traffic, I guess, for its one oil harbor. And that's just going to go straight to Cape Trelawney. And that's that. So that needs a ship on it also. Another BP. Sure. Actually, let's get the Texaco. Alright, so that's oil dash NW to Cape. So New World to Cape. Do we have a route for that? Yes, New World to Cape. Alright, so it's a lot of faffery. I think that's pretty much it, though. So if we just get out of the screen for a second, a whole day has gone by. Okay, that's all fine. And do we have any runes? No. Okay, so let me just go over that really quickly. So I'm just going to type in oil. Now it'll show up other things like coconut oil and things like that. But oil round trip in the old world, that's done. Just one ship on that. New world to old world. We're delivering 2 ships are coming in. So that's 3 in total. This one then has a round trip in the new world. That's 4 in total. Mbesa has 1. Cape has 1. The Arctic doesn't need any. So that's 6 ships out of the 8 that we had assigned, freeing up 2 in total. So if we go to ship menu, idle ships, we've got 2 idle cargo ships here. We've no idle tankers. No idle tanker here, although we do have the muscle cracker. Forgot about that, actually. Alright, so our ships must be in transit, the 2 that are remaining, but we could sell them and get some influence back. Probably might just keep them in reserve in case we need to add them, but we'll see how that's all going on. So that's one sort of overall problem should be now fixed. We can stay here in the new world while we look at how things are being balanced now again. So that's oil. So we've got a distribution network in the New World, in the Old World. A connecting network then delivers from the New World to those different places as well. And I had a look, you know, the Old World produces a little bit of oil, so does Cape, but not enough to even sustain themselves. But now they'll obviously have a little bit coming in everywhere, so should work out, I think. Alright, so the bottom of this economy isn't quite right. Actually, let's just set up the stadium is ready to go, so let's see what they need. So we have 200 influence is possible as a reward. Okay, let's go.
Be sure to reserve me a ticket.
They need ice cream, which we got plenty of. Costumes, plenty of. No champagne here. And then felt. Alright, so we just need to set up a delivery of champagne. We'll just pull out one of these ships. I think we'll have champagne here, although we might not. I feel like there was actually a champagne shortage.
Do not mind the odd jet of steam.
Oh, there's only 40 here. Yikes. What about up at this place?
Ship constructed.
Yeah, champagne's really low. That's a problem. We'll just have to grab as much as we can, wait until we have enough, and then go. But I'll have to keep an eye on it. I'll be fixing that. The reason champagne's low is because glass is low. We actually have tons of grapes and things. But they need 160 actually. Oof, that actually might not be doable for me then.
Ship constructed.
Yeah. Alright, so who's doing champagne on this route right now? Those guys are taking some... They're picking some up from... Are they throwing it overboard? They better not be. No, that's the glasses they're throwing overboard. Okay. These routes can all be fixed now. They're all doing multiple things because I had such a limit. Actually, just looking at this ship, this is crazy. What's going on with it? Why is it like that? That's really weird. I'll tell you what. We'll just send you to... Oh, can I not just send you to a different place without getting rid of your route? I mean, I guess just go back where you were going. But that's really weird the way it's done like that. Let's just condense these. So that's another 60. Lusk to CF investors. You know what? I'm going to take it off the route and just remember that. So, the penguin. I just have to write this down. Penguin to Lusk to CF investors. Alright, writing that down just so that I can put the ship back on the route. But I'm going to hastily throw this overboard and just send this... Can I do that even? And just send... The steam carriages are worth a lot, but obviously it doesn't matter to us. And send them... And we're actually have too much. Send them straight to the New World. Go to Manola. Deliver your champagne. So that's 65 champagne. That's half the amount we needed. And then the other half will be picked up down here, hopefully. So I'm guessing there's another ship with some on it right here. They've got 8 and 8. We're just going to pause both of those. This is so micromanagey, but it has to be done, really. Or we're lacking champagne. Come on. There you go. Alright. And then the other ship that's like idled. This one. Alright, we got to do the same with that one. Alright, once they have their... What do they need? They need about 70 or something to get the correct amount. Once they have that, we'll just send them over, and then I'll work on fixing this. This is another problem for another day, but this is the kind of thing I want to fix, obviously. And we just needed influence to do it. More ships will basically fix all of these issues. I also noticed something else just interesting when I was looking around, that we make these violins, and we have far too many. We've 2 buildings making cognac, and I don't know why I've got 2. If you have a look at all islands, consumptions, and then we go down to cognac, we're making 7 tons per minute. The consumption is only 2. So I don't know, one of these could just be shut down completely. And it still wouldn't make any it wouldn't be a problem, you know? So I don't know why. There's loads of issues in this game. There we go, 3 over 2. So that's better. So we could have them doing something else if they were short. We've got too many toys. I think we've got too many billiard tables as well. So it's interesting. I actually produce way too much of the top tier goods and not enough of the bottom tier goods, which is really strange inverse. That's why I was saying for a long time, it's like I could have way more investors if I wanted it, because I can sustain them. But it's the things like, well, for the most part, it's things like glasses and a few other smaller bits that I struggle with a bit. Alright, give your champagne to him. So you got 50. Okay, pretty good. Another 20. Is that enough? That's 86 plus 65. That's enough, right? I think we can get going then. We needed 120. Off to Manila you go. You guys can
Oh,
just
yeah,
get back on your
reporting.
route. No big deal. And that should be what we need to get that stadium thing done. Alright. One last thing. Back to Mbesa. Let's see if we can just buy back these shares. Get the hell out of here, Arthur. And back out here, our ships are now repaired. Let's bring them back to
Attention
our
for
little
the
pirate
Admiral.
fleet. Just so they're ready to swoop in and help Benti, should she need it. Which I have no doubt she will. Alright, so now we can actually focus on what we're doing. So let's get the bottom tier of this economy working. And what I mean by that is just make sure that they're never suffering for anything, which they are a little bit of now and then. So currently we're at about 10,000 artistas, 140,000 total population. Pretty good amount of obreros, but we could do with more. Right, and then we're going to need, obviously, a lot more hornaleros. And that might be all I ever build. And we're going to start moving these guys. All this industry can go further and further out. Because I was thinking of having a little obrero village... Sorry, excuse me, hornalero village down here. Well, this is going to be all mostly built up. So yeah, let's start doing that.
What can I do for you?
I'm just going to delete some of these things, really. And then we can see what we need and move them when the economy gets a bit bigger here. So we'll obviously make this look a little bit nicer later down the line. It's just to get it figured out. Okay. There we go. Lovely little village. That should grow to sustain us, I think, for the most part. And then a lot of this will have to be kind of condensed back in. But we'll leave it for now. Now I can just kind of check the economy and see how it's going. So, another layer of artistas, please. And that may be the last layer that we get. Alright, so that should get us to about 15,000, I think. And we're not fully grown yet either. There's other things I want to do, which is mostly just deliver the lifestyle needs. So we need more light bulbs, lanterns, jewelry, champagne, and souvenirs. So champagne might be actually a good one to work on. And souvenirs. Yeah, let's do that. Should we do that? Get them sorted with these things. So we'll toggle the need for it. Oh, and they have the happiness for cigars, yeah. Let's toggle the need for souvenirs. And do the Hacienda version have the same... Yes. Alright, so let's globally look at souvenirs. One of the hardest things I've ever had to make in the game, because I always struggled to get the orchards together that needed it. There they are. So actually not too bad. The demand is 32, the production is 29. So a lot of our production is actually over here in Cape Trelawney. I remember building these factories here, chemical plants, and they're using glass, cotton, and camphor wax in order to make the souvenirs. But we're not really delivering enough camphor. Well, first of all, let's put down enough buildings so that we know. So another place that we have this is in Lusk. So there's a chemical factory here. One of these is doing souvenirs. Pretty sure. This one. So we could switch maybe one of these ones to doing it as well. What is this giving us? Affects all chemical plants. That's good. All chemical plants, including souvenirs, and all production buildings.
Are you kind or blind?
So let's switch this to souvenirs then, because I don't think these have never been used. I've just always had them temporarily there. I'll toggle that on.
Carefully, I say.
So that brings us to a production rate of 35 over 32. So that means that would be the correct amount. It just means that we need to deliver the right amount of ingredients here and to Cape Trelawney. So it's cotton and camphor wax. So let's have a look at cotton. Cotton from the New World to the Old World. So exports agricultural 2. So this is obviously such a ridiculously messy route. We'll just start making a brand new one, and then I can reduce and remove certain things on this one. So I'll make a brand new route.
Little fish are careful who they swim with.
Trade routes.
An explosion in one of your factory.
And I guess we're going to go to the New World, and we'll just set up one called the Cotton route. So we have free ships here, the Invincible. And we'll go from Puerto Banús
Ship constructed.
to Lusk. And it's just going to take cotton en masse. That's all it's going to do for now. So this is, I don't know, we'll just call it cotton export. I just want to say New World to Old World, right? Now, I guess the thing is, this needs to be also delivered to Cape Trelawney. I'm just trying to think, should I have a different ship pick it up from Lusk and go to Cape Trelawney? Probably. Yeah, I think that'd be better, rather than having two things coming out of the New World, because the ports there are there's a lot less we can do with them. So these two ships, they're not actually carrying anything right now, so we're just going to say, forget that for now. We'll just save it as is, and I'll fix that route later down the line. So let's have a look at what just happened. We had explosion, that's fine. All good, and then we've got ships waiting now with the
New orders.
different stuff, right?
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
There it is. And this one's coming in too. It's almost there. It's rounding the corner.
Cargo station.
Alright, this is the Penguin. So this needed to go back on the Lusk to CF investors. Just to keep things going the way they were. For now. Oh, what a mess. But things are going to get better. I can feel it. So how are we doing? We've delivered most of the costumes. The ice cream's totally good. The
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
champagne says only 55 is available. Oh yeah, that's fine. Oh, it says 160. Uh-oh. I thought it said 120. Alright, and then felt is going to be okay too.
New orders.
We need another 29.
Aye.
Alright, we'll have to make one more trip. You can go back to the old world, go to Lusk. We've got another ship there, though. We've got plenty of time also, so it's not too bad.
Ollia reporting in.
How much champagne do we have here now? Got another 20.
Cargo boat at the ready.
Alright, I'll just speed up time. Whoops. Different hotkey now. Speed of time, get that done. And hopefully it won't take too long to get there. Another 26. 27. I think I needed like 30. Again, I didn't work it out, so I'm not too sure. So we're delivering 10 in. So we've got 20 under 160. It means we need 140, and we have 121 available. So there's 30 in there now, and we have 121 in storage. That means we're only short 9. If that's accurate, which I think it is.
Hold the crane.
I'm second guessing everything now. Right, let's just go with 33. That should be enough. They're going to probably need it in the future anyway, so whatever. Alright, to Manola. Okay, anyway, back to focusing on cotton. So, we've set up a cotton delivery route. Now, cotton is being pulled from here. And we do make a lot of it. Don't have fertilizers on it, though. This is the kind of thing where I'm like, okay, now it's time to maybe move the cotton production over here, you know? Yeah, because there's cotton here. Yeah, let's do that. So, the ship that I just made, the cotton export, instead of coming from Port Banús, go from Manola, please. In future. Okay. Alright, so this instead is going to be the place where we make cotton. We'll specialize this because we have the farms here to do so. So let's start focusing on that. Let's brighten it up just a little bit. So these ones, the reason I want to do it here is because they have both fertilizer and tractor barns making cotton. Now, if we have a look just really quickly, how much do we make? We make 27 on this island, and we actually consume quite a lot of it. Now, if we were to look globally, if we want this island to be the only island that does cotton, if we really wanted to hammer on that, we need to be producing about 81, maybe more. Oh, sorry, we are producing 81. So globally, we're actually okay, but we still, I want to just focus up a bit. So that means that there is a trade union here, which I think some of it's helping cotton. Is it coffee roast or cigars? No, because I want this place to be doing cigars instead. So we're going to try and get rid of all these cotton fields and move them over there instead. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. but they also have al-sarami, giving an extra 50% productivity, but they don't have the dung fields, so there's also that to consider. All right, well, let's just start building a few, see how many we can manage. What's the radius of this hacienda now? Goes pretty far up the hill. And what's up here? Helium. That doesn't need to be there anymore. Let me cut that road. It doesn't need to be... Is that the only road coming off of here? It actually is. That's funny. That road provides my electricity right now. Just good to know. Oh, okay. Let's move this up a bit like this. Cut that in that way. And let's clear some of the trees. Sorry, trees. Yep. Alright, let's just copy and paste. And then fit these in whatever way we can. So what's the limit of fuel reach?
What brings you here, Governor?
And obviously this can be improved with paving. Whoops. Just pave the crap out of it to let our fuel reach a little further. Okay, good. And then let's just make sure that these guys can... So that needs to be tucked over a little bit.
This city is a magnet for genius.
Really, it needs to go over a lot more, thinking about it. Because then we need one on this side. An artillery woman. Let me think about it.
No fields, no.
Alrighty. Hey, we just hit 147,000, giving us another 15 influence. Sweet. I don't know how we did that. I can't imagine that's going to sustain itself. It's definitely going to fall back down. But anyway, there we go. So there's 2 more cotton fields. Now, they obviously need their modules to be corrected. We're at 114 out of 216. And there is a limit of how many, let's say, how many buildings your fuel factory can kind of deliver to, right? Let's just get rid of all this. So that's full up there. Alright, just keep going in like this. 161. Wow, it goes all the way up to 216. That is quite a lot. Just cut those fields completely. And we just wrap these around all the way to the rock. Looks like there's meant to be a mine there, but there isn't.
Appreciate the art of others.
Yeah, it goes up to 216, so let's just go like this. Really make use of every little bit of space we have here. Good. Alright, so this one now. Up you go. So, I don't know if I'll ever need... I mean, it's a mineral deposit. Maybe I will. So, at some point, this should have a road to it. So, this will be like a little enclosed sector. And we can make it a little bit bigger if we need to, just to give it more space for modules and things. And that can go down here and upgrade. Alright. So, you need a little bit more space, do you? 151 out of 216. It's going to do that because I want to get rid of even more space on this side. And we can start laying them out at the back now as well.
Its voyage.
Make use of this space. Ship has returned from its voyage. Let's just make sure it gets its stuff in there. I don't see it. What ship is that? The one that's delivering the final batch of champagne should be... There it is. God damn, I can't stop burping. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's here now. I thought he just said. I could have just missed it. The cargo ship Wild Thing had entered the region. Okay.
On our way.
Dun, 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 dun. Notify me. Alright, cool. Alright, let's just continue. So basically I'm just laying out as many of these farms as I can. I'm being really slow about it. Let's just move this down a bit. We can still tuck another 1 or 2 in here to make use of this space. Or we could go with more caoutchouc, potentially. I'm just bopping back and forth wondering what should we do there. I guess I'll use this space for cotton. And we could also do a trade union or something to make really hammer on a bit more. But I don't know. I mean, influence seems like unlimited now, based on what people are telling me, so that does change a lot. I don't know if I like that, to be honest. The constraint was good. I like having a little bit extra. It's always nice, but unlimited seems like it might kind of ruin the flow of the game. But I guess we're at the end here anyway. Yeah, just throw one in there. Why not? And then you need another one facing the other direction. And let's just cut the modules and then paint them down for the first time ourselves.
Only I'm reporting in.
Alright, so that's the champagne.
One step.
So
at a
they're still
time.
delivering really slowly, actually. They got 20 minutes to go. Deliver the following goods to increase the reward, 800 attractiveness. And it said something like you get 200 influence for doing that, which is madness. Alright. So yeah, let's just paint out these modules then. So I think I will try to keep it to that like even border there. Alright, and then this one can just be spread in the same way. Try to make use of up here a bit more. Could definitely get another one in there, and then maybe another one here. Should we pop a trade union down? Feels like we probably should. So what kind of coverage would we get? We get a lot if we were right around there, so we could move those ones over. Oh, it's so finicky, but in order to squeeze a little bit more in, guys, you're going to have to just nudge this over, just one tile. And then I'll redo the... Actually, you can move roads now as well, can't you? Nice. The most pointless move I've ever done. Alright, boom. So I'll fix all the modules in a bit, but it's more just to say, like, where can we fit in a trade union here that would give us the best bang for our buck. So somewhere here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm not going to go insanely optimal by having, like, everything just compressed completely. But that seems good enough right there. I'll just rotate this building. So we don't have any items here. We could use the item transfer thing, actually, if we want to get something to do with cotton. I don't know if there's items specifically for cotton, but that's all that this place is going to do. Because we're trying to offload all the cotton on any other island. So let's just go through these really quickly. You're at 216. You're at 189. Yeah, I'm just going to... The easiest way to do this will just be to clear these modules and just repaint them. So this one next, 190. So let's just clean all that up. Clean this one up. So that's 216. And then it could just stay like this. Alright, that's 216. This one then needs to go to 216 as well. And then we want this to be outside that range, really, so it's not taking up space of where production buildings could be. And we'll probably need another one there as well, because it's going to be, the productivity is going to be quite high. So, we'll get this one somewhere here, I guess. 4. So they need more space than that. Okay, let's just get rid of their modules. So it's basically just 2 farms that both have their tractors and everything on that side as well. So we can get another one maybe here. So we'll just copy this. Now I could even squeeze another one, right? But I'll leave it as is. That barely fits though. It doesn't fit for... This has access, but this doesn't. So we'll just turn this one sideways. Alright, cool. I'm happy with that. I know you could squeeze a lot, like a little bit more in. People build these in circles. I've done it before, right? We have other islands that do it. For instance, this is making much better use of things, but even, for instance, this is doing quite well. Is that cotton also? It actually is. We're going to try and even replace those ones, because then we can specialize this place to do even more of these fields, for instance. That's the idea. Get everything... Why have multiple islands making the same thing if you can get everything making one thing? Seems to me that it would make more sense to do that. So, alright, let's just lay out these fields, and we'll see how much we're doing, and then start cutting down the other places. Alright, that's 216. Okay, that's that one done, and then this can just fold up like this nicely. And again, if the roads and modules need to change a little bit in the future, that's okay. We can do it. Because this bend in the road isn't probably necessary here, but we'll see. Alright, so, you know, massively paved with cotton plantations, effectively. Let's get the road to continue in there. Just a little bit of space in here, not really taken into account. Alright, cool. So, what kind of items can boost farms? Let's see what I was using on that other island really quickly. So this place is using superphosphate fertilizer. Affects all crop farms for 30%. Oh, changes the modules. I didn't even think of that. This one's 50% less workforce needed. And this one then is productivity, extra goods, red peppers, potatoes, and grapes. Alright. Let's see what kind of items I could maybe just transfer right off the bat, depending on which places have transfers. Trade union items. All lumberjack huts. See, this is the kind of thing, I feel like items in the game, they're great, but I could spend so much time looking through all these, and I never really want to do it during, like, an episode. So what I'll just do is look for, I guess, globally, items, storage, anything that we have. Crop farms, all crop farms. Unknown equipped in storage and shared storage. And then we click all islands and we can see what we have. So we don't have the country bumpkin cigar roller. Affects all crop farms, extra goods. You get some cigars for free. That's cool. Why not get that? Can we make it in the Old Nate's Oh, it's an Old Nate invention. Old Nate's inventions cannot be identified. And then this one, Golden Harvester from the Future. Affects all crop farms and gives you gold. Is it another one of Old Nate's? It is. This item could be used in the Research Institute. It's been used in a trade union, but there's also one at Tabarim, which we could send over here. And then the Patent Steel Seed. I like using different items as well. I don't know why, I just find it fun. So, workforce is reduced. Workforce is reduced with 2 of these. That'd be negative 100% workforce if we use both of these. And it's plus 90% productivity. Let's do that. And then we have the superphosphate fertilizer. So this is also... No, it's not in Tabarim, but it's in the trade union already. So we don't have a spare one. The balance plow, 35% productivity. I'll tell you what, let's just make one of these in the Research Institute. Nice and cheap and quick. And we can transfer that one over. Then we have to go to Tabarim. Oh, there's our 2 oil tankers that aren't doing anything. Let's just drop off the oil and then get rid of them. Oh, they're here.
Aye.
Can't even get rid of this oil. Alright, let's just throw it overboard. Back in the ocean, no problem at all. You're going to go to the old world, and you're going to go to High Clarence Hall and be sold. You're going to stay here at Tabarim and pick up that item that we need. So I'll just see if I can find it real quick while the ship is en route. It is a trade union item. And the Miraculous Steel Plow. Is that the one I was looking at? Yep. Miraculous Steel Plow and the Patent Steel Seed Drill. Did it... I thought we have that one, no? Oh, apparently not. So we can make that in the Research Institute as well. I could have sworn it said we had it, but I guess not. Alright, we'll add that to the queue as well. And I'll just queue up the ship, just speed up time. Get this item on board, start sending it to the New World, and then we can actually have a look at what our productivity rates and things are. So, if we can bring anything else, that'd be good. All crop farms. So, let's see, is there anything else that maybe I'll need? Affects luminaire, tapestry. The lantern smith. Oh yeah, we need to set up making more lanterns as well. Affects all ironworks and foundries. Yeah, bring that with us, why not? Invest in crop farms. Okay, anyway, get going to Manola. Alright, good. And when we get notified that the items are done, we can then transfer them over through the airship thing. Alrighty, so you're definitely going to need another warehouse. It's going to be too much for you to all of you guys to handle. And arguably this one as well, especially when you start getting improved. Alright, looking good. And then we have all this space in here to do another one potentially, and then there's the mine that can be used as well. We just do that. Okay, so just on this island alone now, just on this island we're making 60, and that's without any of the items that are going in here. And that's as long as we deliver the fertilizer, which I think we've got enough. Again, I'll just check. Is it in agricultural products? Probably. Oh, I guess just type it at this point. Fertilizer. Yeah, we have loads. Great. All right, so that's all going to be working just fine. And this is then going to be consuming oil, and we know that we've plenty of fuel and oil. Not an issue. If you want to make use of all that space, either this needs to be moved up further to have further reach, or I need to get creative indeed and pave a little bit further and then just make all my farms in a bundle here and like use all that space. But probably I'll just move that up at some point. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll just remember to do that, and then we'll see what we'll use this space for as well in the future. Okay, so the reason we were doing cotton to go all the way back was basically so that we could make souvenirs and send this cotton. So we have the delivery route already set. The cotton route is going from here to Lusk, delivering cotton to the old world. And there's 3,000 of it there. So then on Cape Trelawney, we need a ship that takes in cotton. So that we can make our souvenirs. And then we need another ship that's going to bring them back. So how are you guys doing? They're out of cotton, man. There's 3,000 on that island. Nobody's delivering here. So we'll have a look. Cape to the old world. Lusk chemical stuff. So it's delivering cotton, delivering camphor, and then sending back the souvenirs it gets out of here. So good idea, but it means that the rates are dependent on having these things produced at the quantities aren't gonna work out because it's 1-to-1, right? So really, you're only gonna get 150, and then they're not gonna throw anything overboard, but it means that you'll only ever bring back 150 at best. So what we could do, we'll just leave that route the way it is, but we'll set up just a new route that says just deliver cotton. To Cape Trelawney. So a dedicated route, just bring in 300 cotton. Probably is even going to need more in the future. We'll just leave it like that for now. Cotton export, and that's Cape to Cape to Old World. Well, because it says Cape first, I'll say cotton import. Okay, and that's all this ship does. So now we have ships that are just dedicated to like one thing, which is a bit better as well. Oh, I guess the episode's ending. No, I guess not. It's just the music in the game. Okay, and then the other one was the camphor wax. So if we're going to have a dedicated route for cotton, we need a dedicated route for camphor wax as well. Cape to Old World. Camphor import. Okay, unload. There you go. So it's the equivalent of... I mean, we do have 2 ships now, but I was going to say we've doubled up what we're carrying in twice as fast. So that's good, but we're not carrying anything out at the moment. But I'm okay with that. We'll just make a new route that carries it back, right? Carries the souvenirs back. So create another route. Trade route. Cape Trelawney to Old World Lusk. And that's going to be picking up souvenirs. Delivering souvenirs, just cut those off, and then another ship on that one. Good. So this is going to be Cape to Old World, and then souvenir export. Did I spell that right? Souvenir. Yep. All right, and there we go. So now we need one last route where we take the souvenirs to the New World. I don't know if these ones really do need a route all onto themselves, but I guess we'll just sort it out that way for now. So, Lusk, souvenirs. If we can find them, there they are. It is the kind of thing where this should almost wait, but I wouldn't want to block the ports. But like only ever go, or maybe wait to unload could work as well. But I'll leave it, because again, I just don't want to block any ports. They're all going to be really busy in the New World also. So there's no free ships anymore. So we'll have to leave it. We'll have to make some new ones. Now, did we ever run that football game?
Goal! Goal!
Hey, we got the
Shot! What a risky move!
we got the full amount. There's only 3 minutes left before we see how much influence we get. So let's hop back over. Let's queue up yet even more cargo ships. 3 influence a pop. But we're doing fine. And we had said that we were going to sell the tankers, which have just come in now. They're not there yet, though. Actually, speaking of, I wonder how that oil route is doing now. So how's oil here? 1,217, totally fine. That's where it should be. As long as it's at the mark. It's at its reserve mark, which is where it should be. This is just slightly under its reserve. Oh no, it's over its reserve mark, which is good as well. And this doesn't even have one. This needs one.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Oh, it does have one. Oh, fuck me then. Alright, this has just arrived with its items. So now our productivity is going to go through the roof. So that's just a free 50% productivity and a negative 50% workforce. Now the workforce, 478 to 518. So what's that, 40 extra people we've saved? I'm having to work here. There's literally nobody working here now. And that's just with one item. The next one's gonna, if anything, we're just gonna get people in, we're gonna invent people. Alright, cool. Looking nice. We could actually, if we want to be space efficient, smush that in this way. Bring that road in here. Something like that, I don't know. And then if we need to extend it, we can. Alright, cotton specialization. And this is all just to get souvenirs, so we can watch our artistas grow. I didn't even know by how much, but the lifestyle for souvenirs, it'll grow us by 6 per household. It's actually alright. And that's for the Hacienda version. Is it the same for this one? It's 4. 4 per household for that one. Airmail isn't fully operational yet either. How are these guys doing? They holding up?
Worse.
Oh yeah, because we don't have enough rum. That's another thing we can specialize in. So we got one of our devices, so we can send it in here. Make items available in here. So trade union item. Can't remember which. There it is. Balance plow. So it'll just take a few seconds to transfer over. And then now they're going to get to work on the other one, which will take a bit longer. 10 minutes. Could maybe wait till the end of the episode to get it. Very last thing and just plop it all in. Just to say we did at least one thing today, which was build cotton, upgraded it, and then sent it around the world. But yeah, I'm just waiting on a ship to be able to deliver the souvenirs here. But it'll take a while to feel the knock-on effect of all this. So what I can... Oh, I know what I can do. The ship that's already doing stuff too much. This one. Yeah. You guys don't need to do that anymore. In fact, so what you need to do now... Cape to Old World. We're going to redirect you. New World to Old World. Lusk.
Prepare for the most eagerly awaited match of the year.
To Manola. Unload. Not that. There we go. So you're picking up souvenirs at Lusk and you're sending them up here. Don't throw anything overboard. Good. And it's already got some on it, so it's just going to redirect itself now. So... Souvenir import. Good. Alright, so that's the extra ship that we have that can now send it here. Hopefully that makes sense. So is this soccer game done? It is indeed. Let's see what we got.
Here's a trophy to outshine all precious jewels. A hard-earned win.
Your residents are celebrating their football champions. 150 influence. I'm pretty happy with that, but why isn't it 200? It said you could get 200. And I hit the full thing. 800 out of 800 attractiveness. I wonder if you do it, maybe do you have to do it faster? So it did take a while. Closing ceremonies. Festival attractiveness 100. 100% increased visits. But hey, look at that. Boom. That's crazy, though. I just feel like that's crazy. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, really, to be able to just generate that and it just stacks. We've got 240 now. Some people said they had like 4,000 in the comments, but other people said no, it caps out eventually. So I don't know who to believe. How's the cotton? We're full up already. So I've got a load of extra storage things here, which provide 50 extra storage. And then, of course, we have storage out this way. And then we'll have to set up a route that delivers cotton to the other islands once we start removing it. Which I guess we'll do in the next one. Feels like I didn't do that much this episode. It's not over yet, I know, but like, I don't know. We only did one good. But well, I guess we fixed oil as well.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Alright, these ships can go.
Yes. Tanker ready. What a jolly. Don't tell me I've missed it.
Alright, I mean, it's a trade-heavy episode. We sold 2 tankers. We stopped building 2 tankers, so we sort of saved 4. 4 that I otherwise would have had. So nice optimization. That's 20 influence that I was burning from my bad habits. We've, Tabarine was fully bought out. Is Benty going to get attacked anytime soon? Let's check. Just looking for Arthur's ships in this region. And he's got some battle cruisers down here, I think. Oh no, it's just cargo ships. That's okay. It's got some military ships moving kind of close to Benty, but she's okay. She'll live. And our ships are still together.
Fleet awaiting orders.
Alrighty, so that was Souvenirs, and I think that Souvenirs done, except for we didn't actually make the proper amount of camphor wax. So the demand on all islands for camphor is, we actually do produce enough. But production has stopped and consumption has stopped, depending on where it is. Now, I think consumption has stopped probably in Cape Trelawney. No? They're actually okay. And they have some here. Sounds like a ship just delivered it, actually.
Hold the crane.
And they need to get their... This is the camphor import one. They need to get better ship items if they can. God, there's so much to do. Movement 15%. Equipped in airships.
Where to?
Let's bring you back to the New World.
Airborne and ready to go.
Sweet. Gotta enjoy the visuals from time to time, right? Alright, 216 influence, and we just hit a population milestone. We've never had more than 147,000 people. Kind of just sort of waiting on my roots to kind of get their things delivered. I wonder what it's going to be the next season as well. 36 minutes until we can do the influence roll again. So, what other things that were we lacking? So that's going to be Souvenirs. And hopefully it'll be sorted, pretty much. Seems like we have the amount of buildings we need to produce enough. So, Jalea and perfumes. Let's try and fix some of these while we have the time. So, perfume is made here. Orchids, ethanol. Oh yeah, ethanol production's super low. We actually need to start producing some. I don't know if you can do it locally, can you? You can. What does it take? Oh, that's really easy. Ethanol is just made from corn and wood. Oh, I had no idea it was that easy. Don't I, with Docklands, I think I know that we've got plenty of space, but it would be good for the future just to be importing wood through Docklands if you can. Timber. Which I think you can do. Yeah, you can. Interesting. I'm actually exchanging ethanol for stuff. Yeah, this is all going to have to change. Let's just get rid of that. I'm going to bring in wood here. Wood, please. And I think I do this already. In Crown Farms. Well, I guess not. I thought for sure I did it somewhere. Let me just really quickly have it once over. Not seeing it. Swords actually has room to bring it in as well. Oh, that's where my glass was coming from. Haha, cheeky. I had a bunch of advanced weapons. That was such a temporary thing. Anyway. Yeah, I guess not. Okay, so at Rush we're going to bring in a load of wood because it can be stored here, and the sorry, not at Rush, at Lusk, my factory island. It's in a minute, so what could we get rid of? Maybe elevators? You probably get a bunch for elevators. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I don't know, man. Just get as many as you can, right? Storage is about 2,500. In fact, what is the storage here? It's 3,850. So just to see how much it would actually be using. 3,850. So it's only 45 elevators. Yeah. We're maxed out even with bringing in glasses. Alright, so that'll be timber, or wood. And then we need a ship to deliver that wood. Kind of getting ahead of myself. Ethanol is produced in vast quantities out here as a byproduct. Thanks to certain items. This item. Get rich volume quick. Affects chemical plants. All drink production and so certain other things as well. That's interesting that it affects drink production because those artisans that are making too much stuff, it would be interesting to give it to them. But no. So that's just a bit of free ethanol. But I reckon we could just make ethanol in chemical plants out here. Why not do it locally? Alright, so a trade route for the old world. We're going to go from Lusk. I need to create a new route. Trade route. Lusk to New World Manola. And pick up all that wood and deliver it. You've already got a load. I don't know where they're getting it from. So there's so much... It's becoming really unwieldy to know where everything is getting made these days. Alright, that ship is good to do it. What's wrong? Oh yeah, okay. And then New World to Old Worlds. Okay, and you are going to be the wood importer. And that's what you do. What is my purpose? You import wood. What's going on? What were these notifications? Ships have entered the region. Cool. Alright, and then that's going to go into chemical plants, which already get stuff. They don't have enough camphor wax here. Problem. So do I just grab one of these, and then I just switch its ingredients, right? Ethanol. Select formula. Okay. So... not too sure where to put them, but we'll stack a couple maybe a bit further back. How many workers does this take? 125 obreros. That's fine. We'll just make 2. And just have a look globally at ethanol production. And see how is it now. It'll be 48 to 44. So it'll be totally fine. In theory. And a lot of it's getting used here in perfume. I
think we have it.
Alright, you got the other item. So the other one then that needs to be transferred. Let's hop back over to the old world. Let's hop back up here. Do an item transfer. I don't see it. Isn't it a drill thing? Don't tell me I was looking at the wrong thing and it's meant for something else. That's, oh, that's Harbor Master item. I don't know why it's defaulted to that. My bad. There we go. Alright, so once this transfer, we'll transfer both of them. We'll slot them in. We'll see what our productivity is. And then we can start in the next episode removing certain fields. And just also working on making sure that the artisans have what they need. So perfume is what I was trying to focus on to make sure that they have that. And then I'm just going to start working through the lists. Because as their population builds, we might be, like, you know, not have enough of the base tier ingredients. And the goal is to kind of get this island self-sufficient and a main producer thing sending it out. It shouldn't really be taking stuff in, but it is. Other than, like, the wood and things like that, that's fine. But, you know, anything for the new world, I feel like you could make that here, mostly. Unless we've got an island dedicated to it. Like, this island here is doing coffee, I think, in pretty large, fairly large quantities.
How it works.
Not massive, but pretty large. But it could be doing coffee and cigars, and that could go over to Manola. That would make sense. Alright, so these guys should have the ethanol they need. The ethanol producers are waiting on the timber to arrive from the first delivery. But once it does, they'll be all good. That should be okay. And then camphor wax even was okay. So yeah, hopefully that'll be fine then. Got a lot of airships just hanging around here. These aren't even moving. And I can't select them. They're like the commuter airships. It looks like they're bugged.
Airship.
Maybe on reload they'll fix themselves. Alright, are the items transferred? I would assume they are. Oh, is that what they were? Those two ships? That could have been what it was. They delivered the item. Okay. Excuse me for saying they're bugged. I spoke too soon. So because I'm weird, I'm just going to go with this one first, then this one, and then this one. So that's now 40%, 50%, and 35%. Negative 100% workforce. There was already negative 100% anyway. But now we are cranked big time. In fact, we'll just speed up time. 100 plus 100, so 200, 400, 440, 490, 525, I think, is what we're going to be pushing. And that's without having to increase the module space. So that's nice. We don't have to do anything. So yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know if our warehouses are going to be able to handle that. So, cotton, 77 just on this island. Globally, we're now up to 131. So the consumption is 79. So we're almost there for what we need. So one more farm, maybe we'll do it. Which we could tuck in here. Should we do it now? I guess so.
An explosion in one of your factories. A fire broke out.
Don't be saying we have explosions. What is this propaganda? Alright.
I love the fire service. They help me a lot.
Dude, we can actually fit this in. This is great.
The fire has been vanquished.
Not that we need this at all, just for aesthetics. I'm just going to put a little road around the
We're
back.
in the presence of a virtuoso.
A mineralogist. Oh my god, look at all these. Go, go, go. Get the scooters, guys. Alright, with this up and running and delivered, that should be more than enough now. But I think that the productivity is going to be so high. Oh, also, this is going to be outside the circle. Well, so is this one. I guess it's not a big deal. Yeah, that's fine. They can't all be winners. So, what are we at? 79. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Just on this island alone, which means on the other islands where we're making cotton, all of that can be freed up now, which frees up workspace. Sorry, there we go. All of this can be freed up. We can switch it maybe to tobacco because we have it. Cigars then can be more plentiful here, or we could just go all coffee and then somewhere else we could do tobacco. I don't really mind. So we're optimizing and building taller, I guess, per island. Also, have we reached souvenirs? Have they come in?
Who cares?
They have. Hey, we got our souvenirs. So obviously that was just a one kind of manual delivery, but they're stable. 6 artistas plus 24 coins. We're up to a population now of 15,000 artistas. So that might be why we didn't get actually 200 influence, because doesn't it say somewhere in here that you can put in like 20,000 or something, or if you have 20,000 artistas you can get more. I think that could be the case. Alright, well that's going to have to be it for this episode. Super fun, building tall. I hope people don't mind like how much time I spend in the trade routes and stuff, but it, you know, it has to be done. And now that we've got influence out the ass, and seemingly just every hour we're just going to keep getting more, we can just start slamming down trade unions. I haven't even put down any town halls or anything yet. This is why I'm not really looking at this area for now. So we're going to build them even taller. Squeeze more out of them, reduce consumption perhaps of certain things. Maybe get more caoutchouc and corn. I can't believe we have so much corn just coming from there. Even... yeah, we make 27, we consume 12, so it's totally good. And our... yeah, we made our delivery. 300 wood. Extra ethanol is now being produced. Great. Alright, that's going to have to be it for this episode. Next episode, just more of this. Oh my god, actually what happened? Oh, there's a fire here. Yeah, just kind of fulfilling all of these guys' needs. Like I said, Jalea, perfume, checking. I'll kind of do some checking around, see what else they're missing. And then we can start thinking about beer, cigars, fulfilling the lifestyle needs as well. It's going to be difficult to get lanterns and light bulbs, especially, because those two require glass, and so does champagne, actually. And I'm struggling for glass, so a lot to kind of figure out for all of that. And then making this a bit more self-sufficient, and then optimizing our other islands so that they don't need to do certain things. Like this is heavy on the corn, when it could be using tobacco instead, which would be nice. And then we can maybe make the cigars here. So we're just going to optimize and specialize. Specialize is really the word for these different islands. Now we can clear all of this space now. And we can use all of this for even more coca bean, or we could do more rum, because we also need that. So yeah, looking forward to it. Next episode is going to be a lot of optimization, I think. Alright, it's going to have to be it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Consider liking it if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and if you want to support even further, consider becoming a channel member. Channel members get early access to my videos, ad-free, and also access to my Discord, where we've just set up a new Valheim and Satisfactory server for people to play on. Hopefully we can grow a community and add more games and perks in the future. Either way, I appreciate people just watching this far into the video. Thank you.